So hello, we're back for another video, and yeah, it's the first video you'll see us both with a fresh trim. Obviously barbers are open in Wales, but yeah, it's the big one for Swansea City versus Cardiff City in the Sky Bet Championship, obviously South Wales derby. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So it's going to be another tough game. Obviously after our 3-0 loss to Bournemouth, Cardiff just had a 0-0 draw against Stoke in their previous game, so it's going to be a tough game, but it'll be interesting to see whether Cardiff, set up defensively and just avoid losing, or whether they do actually push for it and try and beat us. Obviously I haven't scored for us for quite a while, so they'll have that in mind, and at the same time we could do history here and do the first ever double. So I think potentially Cardiff could just sit back and avoid losing the double, but they could push for it and get the win. But it'll be interesting to see how it goes and what lineups both teams use. But yeah, for me, I really want to win this game to do the first ever double. But yeah, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's such a massive game, but I do want to feel confident about it. But with our form recently, we've been so shocking, so poor. Especially that 3-0 loss to Bournemouth in the last game as well. That was just embarrassing, really. So, and Cardiff have been on quite decent form under Mick McCarthy, so it's going to be hard to break them down. It's going to be hard to defend well against them, and it's going to be. I think we're going to struggle to score goals as well, because Lowe he hasn't been great for us recently. We need Ayew to have one of his best games in this Swansea shirt that he's ever had, and it's not going to be easy. It's really not going to be easy for us. Do I feel confident? Not really. Our form's just been poor. I just don't see us winning this game, really. I think a point I definitely take, but it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, so obviously now on to injury news. So I'll start for the Luke will start off with the Swansea injury news. Sorry.
So it's Mashersha, Benda, and Cullen. So they're definitely out, and then there's a possibility of either Gihai and Areola as well.
Yeah, and then obviously onto the Cardiff injury news. Obviously we're filming this a bit before, so I could get this wrong, but this is what I found on my research. So Joel Bagan, he's out injured. I believe Geordie Osei-Tutu, if that's how you say it, and Lee Tomlin as well is also out injured. But moving on to key players and danger men for both teams. So starting off for Swansea, I've gone with Andre Ayew. Most people already know about him. Obviously a great player for us, good servant to the club and Premier League standard. But would you add anyone else?
Yeah, as I've said in the last 3 or 4, or maybe even 5 weeks to be honest, Connor Roberts. I think it's attacking ethic going forward, defensively very strong, crosses absolutely fantastic, and he's just what you need for a modern day fullback, really.
Yeah, and then obviously onto Cardiff. Yeah, obviously onto Cardiff's key players now. So I've gone with Kiefer Moore, tall Welsh striker, and I've also gone with Perry as well, another good player for them. Obviously I think he's just returned from injury as well, or maybe he was just out with the team. But yeah, would you add anyone else?
I think I'd go for Harry Wilson, mainly because of his creativity, and he might cause us a threat down that right hand side, so it's going to be difficult to try and defend against them, and defend against their team really, because they've got a really decent attack, so it's going to be hard to break them down.
Yeah, so I know obviously onto the lineups that me and Luke would go for the Swans. So starting off with me, in goal I'm going to go with Freddie Woodman. Full-backs I'm going to go with Connor Roberts, and I'm going to bring back Jake Bidwell in because he always plays well against Cardiff. Obviously got the pre-assist in the last game, and then 3 centre-backs, Norton and Bennett for experience, and I'm going to bring in Mark Gehi if he's fit, but if not, Ben Cabango. And then in 2 midfield I'm going to go with Matt Grimes and Jay Fulton for physicality. In the cam spot I'm going to go with Conor Horahan, and then up front I'm going to go with Andre Ayew, and I'm going to bring in Morgan Whittaker. But yeah, what's your lineup?
In goal I'll go Freddie Woodman, left wing back Jake Bidwell, right wing back Connor Roberts. 3 at the back I'll go for Norton, Gihai and Bennett. In midfield I'll go for Grimes and Jay Fulton, and Cam Conor Horahan, and up front Andre Ayew, and because he got 2 goals against Cardiff in the last fixture against them, I have to go for Jamal Lowe. Hopefully he can try and repeat the same thing, but due to his form, I have quite a lot of doubts.
Yeah, obviously you'd like to see Lowe play, but hopefully he can do the same thing if he does play, or even if he does come off the bench. But finally on to score predictions. So as I've said, it will be a tough game, but I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. So Cardiff will break their scoring drought, but however we won't do the double. So I'm going to go with 1-1 draw. I'm going to go with Ryan Bennett to get his first goal for the club for us, and Kiefer Moore to score for Cardiff. But yeah, what's your prediction?
I think I'm gonna go for I think I'm gonna go for a 2-2. I think it'll be quite a high-scoring game. I think Ryan Bennett will get one from the back, and I think Andre will score for us as well. And for them, I reckon it'll be Kiefer Moore, and I go for Morrison as well for them.
Yeah, so obviously that's it for this match preview, and we'll be back tomorrow for our match reaction, or maybe Saturday whenever we upload this video. I haven't decided yet. And it could either be one of two ways. It could either be we'll be very happy or be very disappointed, or it could just be a 0-0 boring draw and we'll just feel, you know, dissatisfied. But whatever the result will be, we should be back for a match review tomorrow. But yeah, stay tuned and thanks for watching.
Cheers.